Welcome to Get Real Yoga. Real yoga for real people. We'll begin warming up on the mat, reclined on all. Let's start again. Welcome to Get Real Yoga. Real yoga for real people, taught by a real person. We'll begin our practice reclined in the middle of the mat. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Now, set yourself up for breath awareness in a way that serves your comfort and safety, especially the low back and the neck. So pull the heels closer to the sit bones, string them a little bit further away, and find just the spot where this low back area is comfortable. Now roll your head from side to side, loosen the neck, and then settle the back of the head into the mat or a blanket or a folded beach towel in a way that serves the neck spine. Take your hand and see that you can place the hand between the neck spine and the mat. This indicates that you have no kinks, no knotted areas, that your neck is free and easy. Place the palms of the hands on the low belly. Softly close the eyes. And from here, begin to drop down into your breath. Noticing your breath, not trying to control it, not trying to change it in any way. Simply noticing the breath. The rise of your belly with each inhale, and the hollowing of the belly with each exhale. So we'll just linger here for a moment, noticing the inhale and the exhale, the breathing in and the breathing out here in your low belly. Now slide the palms of your hands upwards so that the right palm's left resting on the right diaphragm area or low rib area. And then do the same thing on the left side. So our palms are now resting gently over the lower rib cage area. And the elbows are resting into the floor of the mat. And here we can appreciate the rise of the diaphragm and the rib cage with each inhale. And the descension, the sinking down, and also the pulling inward toward the midline with each exhale. So the rib cage is expanding up and out with each inhale and coming together toward the midline and drawing down toward the belly button with each exhale. Now take the tips of the right fingers and place them under your right collarbone. Let that right thumb rest anywhere on your shoulders, on that right shoulder. And then take the left fingertips Let them rest under the left collarbone and the left thumb resting on the left shoulder. Here you can notice it's even more subtle, but the collarbones lift up toward your chin with each inhale. The ends of the collarbones or the tips of the collarbones reach out toward the right and the left shoulder tips with each inhale, and they also draw closer together and further down toward the center of the chest, so the collarbones descend with each exhale. So our breath is something that we really experience throughout our entire body. We could notice our breath in many more spots. But for now, we'll just release the hands to either the backs of the hands on the floor with the palms looking up at the ceiling, or the palms coming back to the low belly again. Or you might even try a palm under the belly button and a palm over the belly button. We'll take just a few more moments to notice our breath right here. Where's your mind? If thoughts arise, not to worry, that's completely normal. Our brain is this beautiful thought machine. However, not all thoughts are needed, and we don't need to think all the time. So simply redirect your attention to your breath anytime that this happens. Just relax the face muscles. Return to your breathing. Beautiful. Now, keeping the calmness that we've created in our bodies and minds, let's now begin some gentle movements for our bodies to begin to warm things up and prepare ourselves for a yoga practice to follow. So bring the arms down to the side of your body. And either choose to keep the palms facing up for our purring cat and angry cat, or rotate so that the palms are looking at your side body. Know that this is something that you can switch up throughout our purring cat and angry cat. If the shoulders like one position of the hands and the arms rather than the other today. Inhale, and on the exhale, we'll press all four corners of the feet into the mat. Bring the arms up and overhead and reach the fingertips toward the wall behind us. Now only drop the arms down toward the floor as far as is comfortable as your shoulders right now. We're rolling on the pelvis, reaching the tailbone toward the top of the mat and deepening that curve in the low spine. This is our purring cat. Now to go to angry cat, we'll start with the pelvis, rolling on the pelvis by tipping the tailbone up toward the ceiling, pressing the low back firmly into the mat, And as we do this, bringing the arms up and overhead to land back on the floor, on the mat, next to our side body. Now, really pull that belly button in toward the spine. Here's our angry cat. And then we'll begin in your own speed to roll between purring cat and angry cat. Noticing with that purring cat, we're reaching the hip points further away from the shoulder tips. As we come into the angry cat, the hip points are looking more at the shoulder tips. We're noticing all sorts of things. As we come into that angry cat, we're heavier in the heels. And as we reach back into that purring cat, we're heavier in the ball of the feet. The pressure shifts. We're also taking time to explore what's there in our spine, bringing awareness not only to the joints, to the vertebrae themselves, but to the spongy shock absorbers between them, our disc, trying to bring fresh blood flow, more fluidity, synovial fluids, and actually just space between the vertebrae. A healthy spine means a healthy life. So just giving yourself permission to roll between purring cat and angry cat with slow and mindful movements, and perhaps going even more slowly in areas where you detect a sticky spot. Making this purring cat and angry cat wake-up call your very own. So we'll do one more purring cat, one more angry cat. Then all meet up in center in reclined constructive rest pose, which is knees bent, feet flat on the mat, arms at the side. We'll come back to that natural low back curve before going on. Now slide your arms along the floor and bring them out so that the wrists are in line with the shoulders, or actually slightly below. That could be the more comfortable spot for you today. Bring the feet as wide as the mat. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, we'll let both of the knees drop out to the right, any amount, whatever's working for you today. Take a breath here, then inhale, we'll come back to the center, to the midline, and exhale, both of the knees go out to the left any amount. And then we'll continue with our exploration here. Dropping out to the side, to the left or right on exhale, coming back to the inhale, to the center on the inhale, and then just noticing we're rolling on the waistband. We're warming up particularly the low spine, that sacral area, and the front of the hips, the hip flexor area. That's getting a bit of a wake-up call too. And again, making this our flow. So perhaps there is a sticky spot that we want to move a tad more slowly in. There is no muss, no fuss, no rush. Now, your head may want to roll in an opposite direction of your knees with this movement, or with the knees in that same direction. Or perhaps the back of your head just wants to sink down into the mat, and the head and neck would like to be in line with your spine in the midpoint. So you choose what's best for you today. Beautiful. So one more drop over to the right, one more drop over to the left. And then we will stop to catch up with our breath in the middle. Heel toe the feet back so that the heels are in line with the sit bone. Press firmly down into the mat with that left foot. And then bring the right knee in towards your face. Bring the palms behind the thigh. Interlace the fingers. And then just drop them just below the knee joint. And then place thumbs on either side of the knee to stabilize it as we do some gentle ankle rolls. Rolling, you choose, yogi's choice, which direction to go first. Right or left, it matters not. Pausing and then rolling to the opposite direction. Once again, if you can relax the shoulders back down and toward the mat, that's good. Relax the neck and the head as we are working the kinks out of our ankles. Healthy ankles are very important to keeping our balance. Now pause. And if you like, you can slide those palms down a little bit closer to where your torso meets the leg. And then bring the leg up toward the ceiling. Now, you can't see my whole leg. It might be slightly bent knee, and that's okay for our point and flex. You can point and flex this way. You can also keep the knee bent, point and flex here. I think I'm going to choose that one, pointing and flexing. And the next time that we have the toes pointing toward the front of the room, like a ballerina, let's fan the toes wide and press the ball of the foot away from our face, bringing some activity and warmth to that area and feeling some different sensations at the top of the foot and the front of the ankle. So let's release our hands, press into the mat, and drop the foot. On the right side, we'll do the left side. Bring the left knee into the mat. Now let's not let the right foot check out. Pressing down into the mat, left knee coming toward the face. Again, the palms beat and knit together behind the left knee on that thigh. Thumbs on either side of the knee, and we'll roll again. Yogi's choice, to the left or right first with the ankle. And reversing the roll. Being happy for every snap, crackle, pop that might occur, because it means we're loosening up what needs to be loosened up. And again, choosing that option of extending the knee forward, not forward, but up toward the ceiling any amount with that gentle bend in the knee, or just keeping it bent for the point and flex. Each time that you pull those toes toward the shin, you are reaching the heel away and you're working all of the back of the leg, really, from the back of the ankle, the calf, the back of the knee, perhaps even a tad of your hamstrings. At each point of that toe away, you're working the top of the foot, the front of the ankle, the shin, and maybe you can even feel with your thumbs here, it's coming into the tendons around your knee. So let's meet up with our toes pointed strongly away toward the wall in front of us, like a ballerina, and feel the stretch there. Fan the toes wide and press the ball of the foot away. And feel a deepening of sensation in all of the muscles on the top and the back of the foot, maybe especially in the arch area, getting a wake-up call. Now relax the toes, relax or unhook the hands, press down into the mat as you bring that foot down, the left foot. We'll do a little ab work. So let's bring the hands on top of the shin and just gently press down. Now we're going to stream that left leg long and lift it up off the mat at any angle that is good for your low back. So really you can only see the top of my leg, but give yourself a moment to check out what angle you want to use for our abdominal exercise on the mat. Knee is going to be pressed down. So think about this top of the thigh coming down toward the belly area rather than jerking it toward your face. We're pressing down and reaching the extended leg out and keeping it strong. Inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to switch legs. And we'll just begin again to make a vinyasa flow. We're not grabbing on the knee. We're pressing down firmly on the top of the shin, thinking about relaxing the shoulders into the mat. Always adjusting that extended leg to an angle that really serves your low back well. We want to feel this area, the abs working, and not the low back. And in fact, we're doing good work for our back every time we do something to strengthen our abdominals, because the strong abs support the health and the safety of our spine. That's one of our core muscles' biggest jobs. So one more on the left, one more on the right. Then we'll keep both knees bent and begin to do tiny circles or rock and roll motion, side to side. You know, this again is yogi's choice. You can have the palms on the shin. You can clasp behind the knees, or you can have the fingertips on the kneecaps. Sometimes with this, you can get a nice small circle and target the area of your low back, your low spine, your sacral area that really needs some TLC. Rocking from side to side is a little bit broader. You're going to massage a bigger area. So again, it's yogi's choice. So slow down your movement, and when you come to stillness, take a moment to breathe here before bringing that right arm up and overhead, bending the right elbow, making a pillow for your head. Bring that left arm over to rest in front of the heart center as you roll over toward the right. Here we are in fetal position, a very familiar, safe, and comforting one. And before we get up to all fours, we're going to take a moment to breathe into our back body. We're going to breathe in appreciation for these beautiful bodies of ours that take us not only through our yoga practice today, but through every minute of every day of our lives without much complaint. They are amazing. So being very careful, let's press the left palm into the mat as we kind of curl ourselves up. Now the right palm, and making sure that the head is the very last thing to come up. And here we are ready to go on to our next segment.